Hey there, y'all. Meteorologist Kristen Walla here. I'm finishing up setting up this Facebook Live and linking it to my Facebook page, so I'll get started here in just a couple of minutes. Okay, I was having to remember which buttons to press. I don't do these all that often, but thank you for joining us this evening. We're going to talk about the strong cold front that's going to bring the really cold temperatures into the coastal bend later this week. So if we get things started off here, we're going to really briefly just talk about the next day or two of the forecast. So we've got temperatures in the 30s and 40s tonight. It's going to be clear. We're going to be cooling off really quickly, and that's thanks to those clear skies and the winds calming down. It was pretty breezy this afternoon, so as those winds relax and we have really low humidity and the clear skies, that means temperatures, they're going to be colder tomorrow morning on your way out the door compared to this morning. So if you have President's Day off, by all means, sleep in and be cozy. Otherwise, CCISD does have school tomorrow, so just as a reminder, you're going to want to send the kids off to school with a jacket. Now, heading into tomorrow afternoon, high temperatures in the 60s and 70s, mostly sunny, and then the winds, those are going to start to shift out of the southeast heading into later tomorrow, and that's going to set the stage for a warm-up heading through Monday and into Tuesday. So we're going to briefly go day by day here from Tuesday through, I believe this graphic goes until Friday. So Tuesday is going to be warmer and humid. We're back into the 80s, so quite warm, and a couple of isolated showers, maybe a storm or two along the front as it passes through. That front comes in heading into early Wednesday morning. I think it's going to be out of the area before you wake up on Wednesday. So temperatures are going to drop off really quickly heading into Wednesday morning into the middle and upper 30s. So no freeze expected for Wednesday morning, but it is going to be much colder. High temperatures are going to linger in the 50s, but we will see a little bit of sunshine into Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday, I think, is going to be the windiest day of the week, directly behind that cold front. Winds of 20 to 25 miles per hour and gusts up to about 35 or 40. So whatever temperatures you're seeing here, it's going to feel colder. We've got wind chills Wednesday through Saturday morning in the 20s and 30s. So that's the wind chill, not necessarily the actual air temperature. Now, when we are going to start talking about looking at a freeze would be Thursday morning. Right now, we've got Thursday in Corpus Christi at 32, so right on the line of a freeze. And we'll talk about the forecast trends here in a little bit, but Thursday afternoon looks even cooler than Wednesday, and Friday even cooler than that. Friday, we're going to see a coastal low developing, and that's going to boost our rain chances, but it's also going to bring our temperatures down. So here's kind of a first stab at my forecast timing for this cold front. Like I said, really early morning hours, if not late night on Tuesday, and it's out of here before sunrise. Temperatures with this front are going to fall off pretty rapidly. So Tuesday afternoon, we're very warm and humid in the 80s. And by Wednesday morning, we're back down into the 30s. So we're continuing that roller coaster type of forecast for our temperatures here. And again, those winds going to be pretty strong heading into Wednesday, and the freeze being most likely heading into Thursday morning. So this is the graphic that I've been showing on our newscast all of today. This is my usual Futurecast graphic. I just added the temperatures on so it's a little easier to visualize when that coldest air arrives at the same time. So high pressure right now is going to linger to our north, and that keeps sending us the cooler air here in the coastal bend through tomorrow morning. But heading into tomorrow afternoon, it continues to move far enough to the east that we're seeing that southeasterly wind come back into the coastal bend. That southeasterly wind is going to set the stage for the bigger warm up leading into Tuesday. So we're going to have warmer temperatures and more humidity. So by Tuesday morning, we're waking up in the upper 50s to lower 60s again. And of course, Tuesday afternoon, we get to about 80 degrees ahead of that cold front, even warmer further inland. So Tuesday afternoon, that cold front is going to be working its way through Texas, and we have the chance for a couple of those showers ahead of the front and along it as it passes through the coastal bend. Looking like it's going to get out of here before sunrise on Wednesday morning. But again, not expecting a cold front, or not expecting, freezing temperatures on Wednesday morning, but very cold wind chills as that Arctic air moves into Texas and the coastal bend. So that Arctic air, it's already in the northern plains, but it's just sitting there, and it has been for the last day or two. And once that cold front moves through, it's going to essentially open up a pathway or an alleyway for it to come all the way down here into South Texas. So Thursday, looking like the coldest morning, and that is when I think we would see that widespread freeze. But temperatures over the last couple of days here in the weekend, they've been trending warmer. So more on that in just a second. Friday, here's that coastal low developing, and we're still going to see those northerly winds on Friday as they're wrapping around into that coastal low. So that's going to keep our temperatures going down, especially in the afternoons. And then it also increases our rain chances along with pulling those cooler temperatures into the coastal bend. So these are our morning low temperatures, the white numbers, and then the wind chill is the darker blue color. So you can tell the 20s and 30s on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and even into Sunday. It's going to be a pretty chilly forecast. So if you're not a fan of that colder weather, make sure you get out and enjoy the next couple of afternoons. So those temperatures, they're really going to be dropping off here heading into this coming week. So the forecast trends, what has been going on this weekend if you haven't really kept up with the weather. The timing, it's been pretty steady. I have that timing graphic. It's still looking like late Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning, and it's out of here before sunrise. So that has stayed consistent over the last couple of days. Temperatures, the afternoon temperatures have been relatively consistent, but the morning temperatures for Thursday, that's what I'm talking about here when I say they've been trending warmer. So low 30s, they've gone up. Forecast models a couple days ago were saying upper 20s in Corpus Christi, and now they're all above freezing. So we've seen a warming trend in that Thursday morning forecast, but we still have a freeze in our forecast for Corpus Christi. So that freeze, we are still expecting it into Thursday morning. That's going to be the coldest morning. And rain chances, there's a couple of showers ahead of and along the front, but behind it, we're dry, so there's not going to be any chance of winter precipitation. There's nothing behind the front, and there's nothing aligning with those coldest temperatures when we have the freeze. So, of course, a good time to remember those 3 Ps, pets, plants, and pipes. And I posted earlier this evening to ask any questions, and a lot of folks are asking, you know, are we going to see a freeze in my neighborhood? But of course, the main question was, are we going to need to wrap our pipes? And to that, I say, here is our criteria. So if we have a hard freeze, which is 28 degrees or less for more than 4 hours, then yes, or air temperatures of 20 degrees or less, I don't think we're going to get that cold here. So if you're going to be seeing a hard freeze, which some of our northern counties could be seeing on Thursday morning, if it's going to be for more than 4 hours, and we'll be able to refine those details here in the next couple of days, then I would say yes. But because we have seen that warming trend, we're not going to quite yet just say that there's going to be a hard freeze. So here's what it looks like, a timeline. I've got each place or area in the coastal bend that'll pop up here. Inland areas, coastal, and Corpus Christi last, and then I'll show them all together so you can kind of compare and get an idea of what it's going to be like for your area. So Tuesday, not even on this graph, it's going to be so warm, temperatures in the 80s that afternoon, but you can see them really dropping off heading into Wednesday morning into the lower 30s across our northern areas, inland as well. And then the next couple of afternoons, you can see them getting just gradually kind of cooler into the 40s and potentially a couple hour freeze heading into Thursday morning across those northern and inland areas. As for our coastal locations, this is more so for the islands. Not really expecting a freeze in those areas. Temperatures are going to stay cool for sure, but those morning lows aren't going to be quite as cool as further inland just because they're so much closer to the water, and that helps to kind of mitigate how cold they get. Now in Corpus Christi, like I said, I do have us reaching that freezing mark heading into Thursday morning. Right at 32 degrees is where our forecast is for now. But if that trend continues to get warmer, we could have to adjust the forecast in that way. And conversely, if that forecast continues to stay the same, or if it continues, or if it goes back the other way and it gets cooler, we'll have to adjust that way as well. So make sure you're tuning in on First Edition with meteorologist Carly Smith and all of our evening shows with Chief Meteorologist Alan Holt. They're going to have the latest updates for y'all here in the next couple of days. So here's all of those three squiggle lines together. Kind of looks like a spaghetti was just thrown at the wall, but yeah, we have some pretty cold weather on the way. And again, tomorrow is President's Day, so if you have the day off, go enjoy it. We are going to be off to a chilly start. Again, CCISD does have classes, so make sure that you're sending the kids off to school with a jacket. And then in the afternoon, it's pretty mild. We have mostly sunny skies and high temperatures in the 70s. So the next couple of days, warmer and then much, much cooler heading into later this coming week. And of course, those rain chances coming back into the forecast next Friday and Saturday with that coastal low. I'm gonna run through the comments here. There's not very many. Somebody asked, is Wednesday a hot chocolate day? This whole week is a hot chocolate week, not just one day. But yeah, we're gonna have some pretty cool temperatures. Somebody asked just one morning, and I think that means for a freeze, yes. The front, if it were to get here a little bit earlier, once we do start to get more high resolution models in, we've already started to get a couple of them in over the weekend, but if we get more, or when we get more in over the next couple of days, sometimes they can speed up the cold fronts. Sometimes they trend a little quicker. So if that front comes in sooner on Tuesday night as opposed to really early Wednesday morning, we could see Wednesday morning's forecast temperatures go down as well. So that is something to keep in mind. It's a great reason to stay updated on the forecast, but for now we just have that one morning, Thursday morning, being highlighted for the weather impact alert because of the freezing temperatures. So for now, most places, I think, aside from the islands, will see freezing temperatures. Just depending on where exactly you are will dictate how cold you get or for how long. The inland and especially our northern areas typically see the coldest temperatures and for the longest. So we could be seeing some temperatures in the 20s heading into Thursday morning, but I don't think that's the case for us here in Corpus Christi. I'm gonna have to go get ready for our 10 o'clock show, so thank y'all for joining us. If you enjoy these types of videos, make sure you scan that QR code right there and it'll help you to download our app. You can subscribe to our YouTube and follow our Facebook page, all of that good stuff. Again, thank y'all for joining me, and we'll see y'all here at 10 o'clock on 3 News.